After a few weeks of absurdity, the Trump trial came to a rest Monday afternoon after President Trump's lawyers finished their cross-examinations in the case of ex-lawyer Michael Cohen, among others, who openly admitted to stealing from President Trump. As of right now, we're still awaiting a verdict of whether or not Trump will be found innocent or guilty regarding the Stormy Daniels hush money payout. Also, Fani Willis just won the Democrat primary election in Georgia on Tuesday, despite the election almost being halted due to allegations of her misuse of federal funds, allegedly conspiring with special counsel Jack Smith and misconduct in the office with prosecutor Nathan Wade. Ah, yeah, what a team. She'll face off against Republican challenger Courtney Kramer in November. Kramer is the first Republican who has sought the office in more than 2 decades. Joining me now to discuss all of this, longtime senior advisor to President Trump, Bruce Levell. Bruce, look, first of all, Michael Cohen, this is your star witness, a guy who is a serial liar and apparently a thief too. But hey, he was just trying to get his bonus paid on the side, apparently. So that's okay. At least that's what I heard on MSNBC. He was trying to rebalance the scales. These people know no shame, do they?
No, they don't. And thanks for having me. I'm glad you brought this up, Steve, because a lot of people don't know my history with Michael Cohen. He inserted himself in our diversity coalition that was co-founded with Pastor Darrell Scott and I actually built the apparatus from the ground up, recruiting different cultures from all over the country. It was the true largest diversity coalition in a Republican candidates in the history, which was Donald John Trump had it in 2016. Cohen was a very thirsty individual. He was very boisterous, bullyish. I couldn't understand where this was coming from. That I realized that he was trying to constantly weigh in his 2 cents on the Trump campaign in 2015 and always trying to find a way, but was rejected. So he inserted himself over where we're at. And I'm going to tell you real quick, and I've only heard this story told before by Kellyanne talked about this. He deliberately did this whole Stormy deal so he could be, quote, the savior. Listen carefully. If you notice, and all this is coming out, because remember in the testimony, he was always asked, that, were you always asking Pastor Darrell and even myself, did the boss ask about me? Did tell him he needs Cohen over in the White House? And we were trying to figure out, where in the world is this coming from? You're supposed to be so close. You're supposed to be, quote, the attorney, the fixer. But it turns out that relationship was never what he claimed it to be. So 2 or 3 weeks before the election, hey, I got this person saying they were with you and all this other stuff. So it gave him a golden opportunity, Steve, to say, hey,
I mean, as a superhero, right, to come in to save the campaign, because as we know, Bruce, from the testimony, he wanted nothing more in this world than to be Attorney General of the United States. He thought he was deserving of that, and he thought if he parachuted in and saved the day, that he would get that job. That's what he thought, isn't it?
Yes, that's exactly what played out, and I'm glad you let me elaborate on it, because I've been trying to get on and talk about this more. I was actually supposed to go up to New York and do the press conference. I got sidetracked, had to do some other things with Bernie and those guys. But that right there showed, based on his own testimony, you saw where he stole money. He admitted, and that's only the things that he admitted that you're able to talk about. Who knows what else was going on with other side deals. So listen, well, like I said on your show before, Real America Voice viewers, I'm very optimistic with all the Jack Smith, the fake Fani Willis here in Fulton County. I still believe, and God knows I do in my heart, the truth is going to come to light. It's going to be bumpy. It's not our will. It's God's will. So I'm very optimistic that more and more, and stay tuned down here in Fulton County. Rain in Georgia. Oh my God, Steve, it's raining all over the world. It's coming here too, to a theater near you. So add a little song to that,
Yeah, let me have you weigh in on that for just a moment. Fani Willis, I mean, if there's ever been a person deserving of being told to leave a case, it's her. But again, you see this all over, whether it's Jack Smith or Fani Willis or Alvin Bragg. It's the hubris, the arrogance of these people. Oh, we can get him. We're gonna punish Donald Trump. We're gonna teach him a lesson for what? For beating Hillary Clinton, as he pointed out yesterday to the president. His crime was winning in 2016. That's his crime. His crime now is having the audacity to run again. I mean, they punished him for 4 years in many ways. Oh, you didn't learn your lesson? Well, we'll teach you again. I mean, this is the way he's being treated. That's the way the case is being conducted, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Now watch this. You heard it from me on your show. Watch what happens to Fani Willis, Fani, whichever one she wants to use.
Fani, whatever. I don't, whatever you want to call her, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is having a person of integrity in the job, which we clearly do not have. Go on.
Yeah. So what's going on in black culture? Been here for many years. I'm very friendly with a lot of different pastors of large congregations in the community, Steve. The thing that broke the camel's back, let's just put it this way, when she got caught running around, sleeping with Wade around with this woman's husband, and then pretty much shunned everyone in testimony, all arrogant, ran to the black church, Big Bethel, went up in the pastor's pulpit and claimed it racism. Now, remember that. Now, where the viewers and everyone that you don't see that, I see it. I'm here in the culture, in the street. I'm out here in Fulton County in Atlanta for many years. A lot of folks that may not agree with President Trump, or just, as you said earlier, when you were talking about the sanctity of just Christianity in itself, people are like, wait a minute, you guys brought
They don't like
this?
that.
Right. So that right there showed the character. And then on top of that, Brother Steve, the watch party last night, this clown Wade has the audacity and her arrogance to parade this man cheering all around her Kool-Aid at her watch party, bragging about her win in the primary, which the next election's in November. All like, you know what? We'll do whatever we want. We don't care. That right there, again, shows you the cockiness, the arrogance, the unprofessionalism on both of them. And I say this early in your segment, the light, the darkness is all going to come to light. I said this before. This is the season of exposure. You're seeing it play out in a lot of different facets in our public people, as well as in our entertainment world, and our public servants, as well as just people in general. So this will be part of it.
Let me ask you this. Is this light is shown into the darkness in Fulton County and in other places? I mean, we could talk about P. Diddy and all the stuff going on there, and things are coming out, ugly things, terrible things. The ugly secrets of Hollywood coming tumbling out, and you're just like sick to your stomach. But Fani Willis, will she win? Will she beat the? I mean, I don't see how she doesn't win in Fulton County. Am I wrong?
Well, you got to get to November 1st. There's a lot of things going with appeals. There's a bar inquiry that's very line item by the Georgia bar that has to answer these by law based on what she's done. So it's all out there. There's a lot of things playing out there. Listen, she, in her mind, she wins no matter what in her mind. She says, I'm the lady that went after Donald Trump. So that base that she feeds the red meat to, they're good with that either way. So in her crazy mind, she feels she wins no matter what.
No, I guess we'll find out, Bruce. You seem to have some inside baseball information, which I look forward to having in the future.
When I panic, I always tell my friends, then you should panic. Your brother here is not panicked. I'm at peace. I'm good. And I mean that.
Bruce, and I'm optimistic now because you said that, because, again, Fani Willis should go by the way of all these other Soros prosecutors that have been shown the door because of their incompetence, their inability to do their job, and their dishonesty, all of these things. And I think she fits that same list. Bruce, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me, brother. Thanks. God bless.
Really appreciate it. There you have it. Bruce Levell.